What's going on, guys? If you've watched this channel for a while, you guys know that I love this larger squat stand that Total Gym puts out. It's one of those things that I've always said, if you have a Total Gym or some model that supports these different attachments, or maybe even a Great Flex, because those things support it, they also make their own larger squat stand. I say this is definitely one of the necessity items to pick up, not just for legs, but for a number of different exercises that I've shown on this channel. You can do some things that otherwise you could do with the Pilates bar and interchange it that way. And odds are, if you guys do have a Total Gym or something like that, or maybe you don't have a Total Gym and you guys have a Weider or a Proform Ultimate Bodywork or some other older sliding bench trainer, odds are you might have something like this, just some sort of a smaller squat stand. I got this with my XLS, and when I did that review, I said, this is pretty cool. I like having one of these smaller ones to use it. Didn't know if I really was gonna use it. Then the other day, basically, I was doing a leg workout, which I'll show you guys some clips of this the other day. And I just started swapping this thing in, and I started discovering that this thing does have some advantages, some unique exercises and angles that you guys can incorporate. And at the very least, just kind of mixes things up. So if you guys do have a smaller squat stand, maybe laying around, you're not using it, this video might be helpful. And or if you guys have another sliding bench trainer that has like a smaller squat stand, I understand that's also an issue for some of you guys. So that's what I'll get into today. If you guys do like this video and find it helpful, please consider liking and or subscribing. Now, I don't know if the things I'm gonna say are really gonna make you guys wanna go out and buy a smaller squat stand. I think this comes standard in a lot of just basic models and packages that are out there. But I will put a link down below if I can find one for a smaller squat stand if you guys would like. But again, we're just making use of all the different attachments and our own kind of creativity. Definitely comment down below if there's something else that you guys kind of figured out. This is not going to be an exhaustive list because there's probably tons of different options that are out there. A lot of more that you guys can think of as well. So definitely let me know down below. And in the future videos, if I find something, I'll definitely feature it in a workout. Now, something that's worth noticing that might give this an advantage, or at least some differences between some different exercises and positions, really is just the difference of where the stand is set up to the base. So I'll kind of line these up to each other, you know, right where the bottom base is. And I don't know how good it comes across on the camera, but you can see here's the bottom. And as I kind of slide this out, you can kind of see just how much lower the smaller squat stand is to the base, which kind of gives you an advantage on some positions where getting your foot a little bit closer and a little bit lower again to the base of the machine. Depending on the squat stand, you have different things. Like this one, for instance, has this padding, which I'll show, kind of shows off a little bit. Also a little bit wider in that lower base, so that makes it a little bit advantageous in some things. Now, having this kind of lower to the base, and I'll show you guys some of those exercises I was discovering the other day doing a workout. It just, right away when I just swapped it out, I had no idea what I was gonna do, but just by doing it, it forced me to kind of adapt a little bit to the machine. And so one exercise that I like to do a lot, that you'll see again, kind of interspersed here with some cuts, is just doing this single leg kind of press off in different positions. Sometimes I angle my foot, sometimes I don't. But just being lower to the ground, I had a different kind of tension in my glutes and my quadriceps as well as I was pushing off here. I believe I even had some resistance bands on, or some weight later on that made a difference. But you know, definitely your angle, getting different positions. Doing this, I thought, well, is this really much of a difference? When I swapped the stands out and tried it on the larger stand, it did make a little bit of a difference. This is a different angle. I'm not saying, you know, one's necessarily superior versus the other. I just noticed a little bit of a difference. You'll see me doing a variety of like calf exercises or calf raises, whether my feet were like kind of out to the side, sometimes they're up top. And then even having it lowered, you know, changed up the way I was just doing simple pressing, just kind of dialing it in this position, or doing some things like bridging or bridging to leg pressing, which I do. So you could take a simple bridge from this position, or you could do somewhere it's like a bridge and a press, or like a bridge press and a kind of extension. Makes things like doing a single leg bridge a little bit easier. And I do think with this squat stand, having this pad, this is also nice. And I don't want to divert too much off from this video, but I was even messing with some stuff where I had like the squat stand just attached to one post. Probably not good to do, probably not good to do long term. I'm sure Total Gym doesn't recommend doing this, but I was finding some interesting things like getting lower position, you know, with having a stand like this. I even tried some things where I had kind of two different posts locked up. A lot of different things you can do. This allowed me to have like a nice wide base. I wouldn't, you know, do this for like a heavy leg press, but I noticed when I did this, a lot of stuff I'm feeling in the AB ductors, the AD ductors, that felt really good. And then as far as upper body, you guys know you might see me doing a lot of pressing using the larger squat stand. I'll take the weight bar attachment and drape it across. I could do this. I mean, this is also actually is not bad at all. But doing something like this is something I started doing. I was kind of flailing out this way. Having this smaller stand allows me to kind of get over the board more, get more of an angle off to the side. I tried replicating this on the total gym, and you can do something, I'm sorry, on the larger squat stand, and I could do it. It's just a little bit different. So playing with that angle is cool. I even started using the weight bar attachment and doing something a little more unique where I was kind of driving into one side like this, and I could not do this on the larger squat stand, which is different. Didn't have the grip, it was sliding around, not being low to the base made a difference. So these are all some things that are just unique to having the advantage of this smaller squat stand. So hopefully that's helpful. I didn't want to make an exhaustive list. There's plenty more stuff I'm gonna explore around with this and try out with this. These were just some immediate thoughts I had. The main thing I wanted to tell you guys is that if you got one of these things laying around, certainly, mess around with it, use it, don't throw it away. I think it is useful if you have it. If this is your only option, like a Weider Ultimate Bodyworks or a Proform or something like that, again, take advantage of what you have. I'm looking maybe in the future, doing a future video and making how to get like an easier way of making a larger squat stand on those different Saudi bench trainers. But if you have a total gym, yes, definitely pick up a larger squat stand. Whether it's worth it to you, seeing some things here, maybe some things I'll do in the future with this to pick up a smaller one, kind of up to you. But my point is, if you got a smaller one, definitely use it, incorporate it. That's the other thing. All these things are very unique to the individual. So what might work for me might not work for you. All sorts of different body types, sizes, injuries. Some things feel good or worse for other people. I'll say this too, there's nothing ever that I do personally that bothers me. If something hurts my knee or my ankle or my joint, I'm not gonna force it into it. So don't force these things in that you guys are seeing in this workout, or I'm sorry, this video. Just some ideas to kind of get the brain going, utilize the attachments, utilize your creativity, and just have fun with the machine. That's what's gonna give you the longevity in using this product. So hopefully that was beneficial. Any questions, comments, feedback, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.